851, turn right heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
The Boeing 707 is an iconic jet and was introduced into the aviation scene a whopping 62 years ago with Pan American World Airways, or more commonly referred to within the aviation industry as Pan Am, an airline that pioneered long-haul travel with the Boeing 747 and ceased operations now nearly 30 years ago. Today, though, we move from Pan Am over to Germany with Lufthansa, who were an operator of the Boeing 707. Specifically, the type was in their operations for a total of roughly 15 years, with the aircraft dating back to the 1960s and flying with them through to 1975. At least that is the aircraft in focus for today's video. It isn't uncommon for airlines to preserve a certain iconic aircraft that, say, may be far and few between in the world, or have played a critical role within the airline's overall development and history. You can look at the recent British Airways 747 as a brilliant case study for this. The 747 was an iconic aircraft within their operations, and in 2019, they took the opportunity to celebrate their 100 years by painting 3 of the 747s in a retro livery. Unfortunately, due to the global pandemic, these Boeing 747s had to be removed with immediate effect. However, the 3 Boeing 747s which do sport those retro liveries from the past will be maintained at airports around the United Kingdom. Of course, this is the best result for aviation enthusiasts, and of course to really preserve the aircraft going forward. Thanks to the Aero Telegraph and the exclusive by Andreas Spaeth, hopefully I pronounced that right, the Boeing 747 registered as D-ABOD that has been displayed at Hamburg Airport will be scrapped from this month through to March. Just before the turn of the century, in 1999, Lufthansa sold Hamburg Airport their Boeing 707 for a whopping €1. Yep, that's right, just €1. And since that point, the 707 aircraft has been stored at the airport. However, it sports a fake rego and can be used for movie sets and more. This is not uncommon, as aircraft around the world that are stored and may be, say, from the past, are used for film sets and much more. Due to the current pandemic, though, the costs to actually support this aircraft, which is of course vintage and needs to be maintained, have increased and also therefore been adjusted. And since then, they have been deemed to be too much to keep the aircraft on at the airport. While Hamburg would not want to say goodbye to the aircraft, it is realistically the only logical choice for them moving forward as costs continue to climb. Moving forward, parts of this Boeing 707 will be indeed auctioned off, like flaps, parts within the cockpit, and a whole lot more. And this is the best course of action that has been deemed to keep some part of the 707 alive moving forward. Meanwhile, the other Boeing 707, thanks to the Aero Telegraph, now faces a similar fate. That, though, was reported last year. And in the past year, they have attempted many last-ditch attempts, if you will, to find a new place to call home for the aircraft, and they've been unable to find anyone willing to take the type on. And now, especially with a pandemic, it is even more unlikely. That is why the second 707's fate is now going to be the exact same as the first one, and that is to be scrapped. What are your thoughts on the fate of these iconic and old Boeing 707s? Let me know down below. As always, thank you very much for your support, and I hope you do enjoy the rest of your Sunday.